Hello, good evening and welcome to Gfinity. Welcome and thanks for joining us for the first edition of EU Pro Scrims. So Pro Scrims is a show that we'll be bringing you twice a week, every Tuesday and every Thursday. We'll be dropping in on some of the top European teams as they practice and battle it out just to, well, for bragging rights mainly, until they get into tournaments and prove themselves. And we'll stream all that action in and we'll bring it to you live. I'm Martin White. I'm your host. Thank you very much for joining us. Just some of the other content you can look forward to from Gfinity that's coming up is every single week we'll be having a Pro Series tournament where if you guys enter, you could enter and win not only some cash prizes, but some pro points too, which are the only way to kind of get seeding points and for any open and closed MLG and Gfinity events. So make sure you look out for those. We had the first one last Sunday, and we've got the 5K Pro Series coming up this Sunday. Entrants are open. Check our Twitter feed for details on how to join in. Also, we're going to have the Academy, which is a show that's going to be hosted by our fantastic Mr. Bryce. He'll be taking you inside the mind of a pro, really getting inside the game, utilising our green screen. You'll see all the maps, all the different moves. If you want to find out how a particular thing is done, we'll be able to analyse it and bring that to you. It's going to be very, very exciting. So do tweet us in and tell us what it is you want to see. We're also going to be bringing you the sound off. The sound off is going to be your opportunity to talk to us, your opportunity to talk to the pros, talk to the casters about all things esports. Get something off your chest. We'll give you 2 minutes to do so. We'll be bringing that to you very soon. We've started the Red Room. The Red Room is our discussion show. Well, every single week we'll be bringing in different esports personalities to really talk about the contentious issues. If there's something in particular you want us to talk about or you want discussed, again, let us know. Your feedback is key, and we'll chuck it on the table and we'll see what pops up. Also, at the latter stages of the year, we'll be bringing you a show called The Project. We can't say too much about that now as it's sort of top secret, but you know, basically that show is going to enable us to go on a search of the UK and Europe and find the next best Call of Duty team. So plenty coming up. Tonight, though, our first EU Pro Scrim is between TCM and Dominance. TCM, of course, who were the finalists at G1 and won the 2K Pro Series on Sunday and are in cracking form, are taking on Dominance, who you may remember took part in our studio qualifier just before G2 took place in October. So it should be an excellent match. We won't waste any more time. We'll send it over to the fantastic Mr. Chris Trout, who'll be casting the action for you. Chris, over to you.
Thanks, Martin. Welcome to Gfinity's Pro Scrims. This is going to be the first installment of the Pro Scrims. I am Chris Trout, aka the Trout91, and for the first time, I've actually got the pleasure of saying I'm with the wonderful absolutely nobody. But what are you going to do? I'm here solo casting for this Ghost Scrims. We're going to be watching TCM versus Dominance. TCM were in our 2K Pro Series tournament at the weekend. They did a great job. They went all the way and won the tournament. It's the first time I've seen TCM win something in quite a while. On the other side, we've got Dominance, who used to be a team together. They have gone their separate ways and got back together for this game, so we'll see how that all works out with one proper team versus one that is not so well organised, but they were together in the G2 studio qualifier we had, and they did a great job. But there's no sense in wasting time. Let's get straight into the action. As this game is starting to load up, we're going to be playing Domination on Warhawk, one of my favourite maps in the game. The Domination, it's a very, very difficult map to play on because it seems like once you do get that B flag, it is very, very difficult to make anything of it. It can be very well locked down from either sides of the map. You've got the alleyways and both the ends of the streets to put some great AR assault onto that B flag and to stop it from being capped. But I imagine a lot of these pros will be carrying smoke grenades with them and be capping that flag like sneaky ninjas. We're going to jump on board with Marky B to start off this game as he is rocking the Vector, and he is going to run up to the tank alongside one of his teammates as one of the TCM members goes over to the A flag, and I believe that might in fact be Moose making his way round to the C flag as Marky's going to flank round the Slackjaw alleyway and move down to the C flag and stop anyone from moving forward. He does pick up one kill, tries to pick up a second. He's going to take cover behind that car. Meanwhile, we've got Moose flanking round the side. He does rock that silenced MTAR. It's quite an interesting choice of attachment, but it does work out very beautifully there as he picks up a kill on the Mac, and he is going to try and cap that C flag. A very early and very strong start from the TCM lineup, and this is what I was talking about earlier. They are so good at domination, especially on Warhawk, as Marky B picks up two. He picks up the three-piece. Beautiful play by Marky B there as they're going to make the play onto the B flag. The entire team capping it, and it looks like Gunji's going to shut down Toby on the Slackjaw alleyway as they move forward. Unfortunately, they don't actually get that B flag, but it was a great play by Marky B individually as Black jumps on the flag, and he does in fact cap it himself as Flux gets a double nade. He does rock that double grenade perk to make sure that he's got as much annoyance going on at the same time as possible. It looks like Bizzle's going to pick up a lovely little jump shot on the B flag, and it looks like the Dominance lineup are getting all the spawns in the Slackjaw alleyway. They need to make something happen here, and it looks like they're calling out for a rotation round to the A flag as Bizzle's going to get shut down just as I switch to the Mac, who is holding down that B flag. It looks like he's going to be playing that role of just making sure that no one, in fact, takes away that flag from the team. As we see Bizzle get one kill, he does get shut down on the jump shot second of the Mac, sitting in Slackjaw building, seeing if he can put down one and kill on Moose. He does in fact do it. Very well played by him. He is going to get shut down by Gunshi. I'm not too sure about the play there from Moose in the beginning. He did get away from that very easily, and he does come back for the challenge and get shut down. But this is an interesting play once again from Moose as he does jump onto the truck. Flux is going to pick up that kill from behind, so I assume they're going to go and try and capture that. As we see Marky B go down and Gunshi is coming up the C side. What can he do? He is going to get stunned and chuck a Semtex out as he reloads. Not going to pick up anything with that Semtex, and Gunshi's going to challenge once again, picks up the kill on the Mac, and he's going to sit in that Slackjaw building. He's going to watch over the alleyway and make sure that no one is capping that B flag, make sure no one can get it, and he is going to get shut down by Bissell as we switch on board with Moose, and he's going to move through the Slackjaw alley. Marky B, it looks like, is coming up from the tank side, and they've thrown a smoke down. Can they get some sort of organization? But it looks like Marky B's on his ones at the moment as he's moving through the Slackjaw building, and he does in fact pick up a kill on Bissell, who is completely 6s and 7s in that situation as we switch on board with Moose. Looks like he's going to try and cap this A flag with his teammate. Who is that teammate? I don't know, I can't actually see because unfortunately we don't have Concaster in this game mode, but he is just cutting off anyone who might be making a play there. But Bissell with a huge two-piece, make sure they don't cap that one anytime soon. On board with Marky B. Actually, let's switch to Moose and see how this one will go as they are spawning on the Slackjaw alleyway, and you see that natural environment being broken down that they can actually play around with and make an easy way into the middle of the street as Moose with that Silent M's tar. He's such a ninja with that thing. He picks up a single kill there and he's looking around to the alleyway. He spots an enemy as he's lying down. Ooh, a little bit late reactions from him, but he does get that sexy kill with the hip fire. The suppressor doing a great job of just making his hip fire a little bit more tighter than it would normally be without it, as he's going to try and cap this B flag by himself. A teammate does come to the aid and throws a smoke, and they just about cap it before the end of the game. It's very, very tight here. Just 4 points separated, and now 3 points between the two teams as we see an all-out aggression from Dominance, but it does end up in a free-piece in favor of TCM as Marky B picks up a double. Moose picks up another kill as well as one kill going for one of the other TCM members. I believe it might have been Flux, and it looks like Black just struggling a little bit in this map. He doesn't quite know what he's doing. It is a 2 AR lineup from the Dominance team, unlike TCM who are rocking 3 SMGs. Not particularly the most common meta for this game. It looks like their ARs are very, very dominant as Black is trying to pick up a kill. He does pick it up on Flux there. Toby gets another 2-piece as well individually for that. So it looks like they might be trying to make a move for the B flag as we do have a 5-second respawn timer, but Black reading that very well, the respawns being in the alleyway in that situation as they are starting to spawn on the B and C flag. And Black's gonna make sure he cuts off that alleyway. He's doing a great job actually now. He's something on like a 4 kill streak, I think. He is gonna get shut down by Gunshi with that grenade as we see Mac jumping on it with Toby, and they do manage to get that flag cap once again. Black gonna come up from the bottom of the street, and Marky B picks up another 2-piece. Flux picking up a single kill as well. Black's going to use that contextual lean to try and get some advantage. He will be shut down by Flux, this sneaky ninja that he is. And we are just flying through the players. Everyone seems to be dying at the moment. There's absolute pandemonium going on this game. This is a best of 5 at Scrim. That is going to be the first half of the map. For those of you who don't know how domination works, it is in fact a 2-sided affair. We have got one half going on one side of the map for the teams, and then the second one switching sides so that it is a fair game, both teams getting the spawns, and then the total accumulative score is calculated at the end. Not a fantastic slaying game from the Dominance lineup, but overall they did a great job of just making sure they weren't out of the game too much. They do have 4 points over the Dominance lineup. This is TCM I'm talking about. Marky B doing a great job, going 15 and 10 with the top fragger for that game as we start up the second half of the game. If I was the Dominance lineup, I'd pull out a very, very aggressive move from the start and try and see if you can make a flank round to their starting flag. Much like TCM did, they made a very interesting and bold choice to try and pincer them at their beginning flag. It seemed like 2 or 3 of them were actually trying to set up on that flag and cap it as quickly as possible, but also making sure that no one made an early rush for the B flag. Let's see how it's all going to pan out. We're going to jump on board with TCM to start off this. We're going to be on board with Moose, in fact, and see how they start this one. He's going to make his way to the C flag as another one joins him. It looks like someone else is going to be moving to the B flag. That is in fact Marky B. How did I guess that? It is Marky B to the rescue. He does a great job of turning around. Great awareness as Moose gets taken down by Bissell. And he picks up a beautiful 2-piece on Toby and Bissell, but is taken down by a Semtex grenade from the Mac. He picks up a 2-piece as well, and Moose doing a great job of just playing possum there, just waiting it out, waiting for something to happen. And he's in a bit of a bad situation. He has been stunned, so they're surely aware that he's there as they chuck down smoke grenades. They're probably going to be making a very easy bait out. Moose just about being baited out there. He does back off, and Black picks up that kill. Toby also picking up another kill, so it could be time for them to pick up the B flag, but no, Marky B's going to shut down Black. A very questionable move from Black. Jumping out there is such a hospital situation when you don't know where the other team are, as Toby gets taken down by Moose. Gunshy's picking up a kill on Mac. Moose just trying to cap that flag by himself and does a great job of picking up a 2-piece there. Beautiful play by Moose. Can he cap this flag? It looks like he's going to get some assistance from his teammate, and they do in fact get away with that. As it is 11 for 11 at this moment, but we will see it start to go in TCM's favour as they pick up a tremendously important flag cap there. Moose once again picks up a kill, and he is shut down by Black in the M. And it looks like Flux with that MTAR as well. It's going to sit up in the Slackjaw building and watch the alleyway. They surely know that they're going to be spawning over the A flag near the side house, and they do not want to let them get anything out of this. They've got to make sure they shut them down, and communication is key in an area like this. They are currently 10 points in the lead overall, cumulatively over the 2 games so far. So TCM in a good little situation, as they are in fact losing A. I believe they actually triple capped them there for a little bit, which was a incredibly good move from TCM to try and increase that point gap as much as possible. And Black playing a very defensive game. I think he's waiting for some sort of call-outs from his team, make sure that they do in fact respawn as he jumps down and picks up a kill from Marky B. And again, a bit of a hospital situation for him, but it does work out very well in his favour this time around as he moves through the Slackjaw alleyway. I think he's actually lagging here, but he does in fact pick up a kill on Flux, and he's going to make a move to the B flag. It just about gets taken down by Marky B as he's actually switched to the AK-12, and he does pick up a 2-piece, but Toby with that vector of peace that I like to call it, picking up a kill on Marky B in return, of Flux making sure that his teammate does not go down in vain and picks up the grenade kill. But Black picks up a knife kill, which you see that in the top right hand corner of your kill feed. It looks like Black and Co are making a good little tremendous comeback here. They are down by quite a bit, but it's all to play for still if they can get the 2 flags or even a triple cap going, as Toby's trying to make that happen right now. Can he make it? No! That flag in fact going neutral, and something that I really enjoy about Domination in this game is the fact that you can actually neutralize a flag. So even if your efforts go in vain, you try and cap that flag by yourself, you don't quite get it all the way. The frustration it used to give me in previous Call of Duties is not so bad this time, because you can actually neutralize the flag and stop them from gaining points. As we see, Toby picks up a 2-piece, almost picks up the 3rd in the end, just about taken down in the dying moments there. That could have been an incredibly important 3-piece for the Dominance lineup, as Bissell picks up a beautiful 2-piece there. Great little jump shots from him. He is so good with that vector. I rarely ever get to watch Bissell play, but when I do, it is always a pleasure to watch. He is such an incredible SMG, and he has such great talent in him, and it's a pleasure to actually watch him in this Pro Scrims. So we see Bissell, he is going to get shut down as well. So this is a 2-piece from the TCM lineup. They actually get a kill. Let's switch on board with the TCM lineup now and see what they've got. They're actually, well, they were triple capping them a minute ago, but they have lost the A flag, as you would expect, as they're all going to spawn there. Gunshy picks up a kill, doesn't pick up the second one. Flux picks up a kill in return, and he's also going to pick up the kill on Bissell, as he's just watching this fence area right here, making sure that no one comes through. They do in fact come through, and he picks up that kill on Toby, just moving over to the red van. He's going to cut through the shop on his way to the A flag, making sure no one cuts through, as he's going to call out that alleyway left man winger and see what happens from there. And it looks like that TCM have gone into a very defensive passive mode, and they're just waiting to see what the Dominance lineup can do. They've got all the work to do in these dying seconds, and I think at this point, with 25 seconds to go, unless they can get a major free cap on, it's not going to be very good for them. So it looks like this first map is going to go to TCM. Cumulatively, they are absolutely stomping it at the moment, and it looks like Dominance are going to have to pull themselves together and try and pull something back in Search and Destroy. I'd imagine they stand a much better chance in the Search and Destroy and Blitz game modes than Domination. I think the two ARs, although on a map like this they could work out very well, it just seemed the all-out aggression from the TCM lineup worked out much better. So there it is, final second half of the map, 83-64. That first map is going to go to TCM, a great little performance from them. That does show why they are such a great team and why they won this Sunday's tournament. And they did in fact secure themselves a lot of pro points out of it and $850. For those of you wondering if you would like to take part in a future 2K or 5K series tournament, we're doing them every Sunday, and you can get in there for a price of about 20 credits. But we're going to go to a short advertisement. Please stay tuned, and I will see you in a bit. Welcome back to Gfinity's Pro Scrims. This is our first installment of our Pro Scrims. We'll be doing much more in the future. Today we are with TCM and Dominance, and the first map in fact went to TCM as we played Warhawk on Domination. It was a very close game for a lot of the matchup, but in the end TCM triumphed with some great individual plays and all around a great team effort. This game is going to start up very soon, and we are going to be playing Search and Destroy on Octane. A great little map, a fantastic map in fact, with lots of different areas that can be used to full advantage, especially on Search and Destroy. I expect to see a lot of sniper rifles coming out in this one. We're going to be jumping on board with X the Mac to start this one up on the Dominance lineup. Quite an interesting name. Every time I say Mac's name, I want to sing that song Return of the Mac. I can't help it. It's just you see it and you go in your head, Return of the Mac. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but you know, I'm a little bit weird that way. Anyway, it looks like Dominance is going to be making a big push over to the B flag as we got Black watching the middle, and Abyssal's going to get taken down very early. Toby is going to pick up another kill, so it's actually a fair trade in the end. A 2-all go. Toby picks up, but no! He's shut down by Flux, and that was over so quickly. It actually just could not keep up with the action. And we're going to see this final kill cam with Moose rocking that silenced MTAR again. You look at that and it just looks like such a simple kill, but it's actually very difficult to maintain such an incredible amount of accuracy in that situation. But TCM 1-0 up in this search and destroy on Octane, and we are going to jump on board. Let's jump on board with the attacking team, which will be TCM in this situation, and see how they will actually take this differently. If I can get through the screens properly. We're on board with Moose, and he's going to be using the L115 sniper rifle. And we're going to see what he does. He's actually going to move over to the left-hand side of the map and stand behind this dumpster. Can he pick up a kill? Yes, he does, in fact, pick up that kill. Beautiful work. Can he pick up the second? Yes, he does! 2 kills straight off the back. Moose picks up both Mac and Toby. Great little play from him. He's barely had to do anything in that situation. Just simple kills. As we jump back on board with him. Bissell picking up a 2 kill, but no, he is taken down by Flux as we see the bomb point. Oh, and it looks like Moose is just finished that map up. It is now 2-0 to TCM. They are starting to run away with it, and we've only been playing, I'm not even sure we've been playing for 2 minutes, and the regular rounds, well, at least in a public game, are usually 2 minutes 30. We are actually playing 1 minute 30 rounds in a competitive environment. Great little play from Moose, picks up 3 kills in that round, so it's going to be interesting to see how Dominance reply, and I think we're going to jump on board with the attacking team once again. I think that's where most of the action does, in fact, occur. I think I might switch to the defensive side and see how that is played out by both teams, as I haven't seen a lot of action in a 4v4 setting of Search and Destroy and Octane. But it looks like Dominance once again are going to push that B bomb site. It looks like the much more easier of the two to actually get something out, as Black is going to sit on this car, make sure no one comes through middle street, but no one actually watching behind him. I suppose that could be a risk on its own, but we see a very passive start from the Dominance lineup. Toby looks like he's going to be rocking the bomb again. He's going to start to put it down on the B flag as Black picks up Marky B, most likely in the middle of the map where he was sitting. Moose is going to pick up a kill on Toby. Mac picks up Gunshi. That's a big loss for TCM right there. Their AR seems to have gone down. Let's see how they do respond to this, as Toby is actually going to be taken down in that fray, and Bissell picks up the bomb instead, and he's going to put that down in his place. And the bomb does go down. We've got a 45-second timer. For those of you not familiar with the competitive rule set, it is 5 seconds plant time, 7.5 second defuse time. And it looks like Dominance are going to pick up that round very, very easily, as we see the final kill cam with Bissell. Great little shooting from him. Flux like some sort of Superman jumping out of the top apartments, and is shut down by Bissell. So it's 2-1 to the TCM lineup. Dominance looking like they might be able to come back into this, as we are on the defensive side. Actually, let's switch to the attacking side. I think most people want to watch this. Actually, you know what? Let's switch to the defensive side and see how this goes. We'll see what Black has to do to this, because he hasn't had the most amazing start in this best of 5 series. Let's see if he can pick it up a little bit and see what he's going to do. But it looks like he's taking a very long route round to the A bomb site. And let's flick through the players and see where everyone is. We've got 2 at B, 2 going to A. Mac checking down at middle street. There's a very hospitable situation that he's in. There is a lot of individual bits of cover, but it's where most people are going to be looking, because ultimately there's only so many different ways you can actually go. And it looks like this filter, oh, and he is going to get shut down by Gunshi. Mac, I'm not too sure about that decision, if I'm honest with you, mate, but fair play. He is the pro, he knows what he's doing. But Moose picks up that kill on Bissell. We've got Toby with the thermal. Let's see what he can do. He's not picked anyone up. He is rocking the overkill setup with the Vepr. These two teams both had a gentleman's agreement to make sure that kill streaks were off, LMGs were disabled, and they said that they were fine with overkill going on. It does not mean that the actual rule sets have changed. That is not the case at all, but gentlemen's agreements are gentlemen's agreements. As we see the Dominance lineup, they're not too sure what to do. It looks like they're on attack, if anything, in this situation, as we are now on board with Toby. He's the last remaining member of the Dominance lineup. What is he going to do? He is on the defense. He must be thinking they're rotating around to the A bomb site. And he is going to go. Oh, no, he's shut down very, very quickly there by the pistol. I believe that was, in fact, Moose. He is having an absolutely storming game right now. Let's see what he's on. 8-1 from the Moosinator right now. Beautiful little play from him on Search and Destroy. He is a fantastic, fantastic player. I don't think a lot of people know this, that he actually plays with a regular controller. I was sure he played on a scuff controller when I saw him play at the last EGL event, and he actually does just play with a normal controller. I just don't know how he does it. Doesn't play claw either, which is quite interesting. So I've got to learn something from Moose at some point, and hopefully if I befriend him enough, he'll teach me. So see this? Ooh, could have almost had a collateral there had it lined up perfectly, but Moose just picks up that beautiful kill through the windscreen on that van. Let's see what Marky B's up to. He spots one behind the dumpster. It's going to be an easy kill. There's no doubt about that, and Toby finds himself pushing up daisies, and let's see what the rest of the lineup do. Flux actually taking some damage. He's going to try and bait him very well, and he jumps around, picks up the kill. Easy stuff for Flux. I'm sure at home he'll be saying that was just too easy. Baited and outsmarted. Mac not able to do anything in that situation. A very bold move from him, but Flux takes the better of that situation, and it is 4-1 to TCM. They are absolutely walking away with this Search and Destroy on Octane, and let's see how this is going to go. We've got Moose with the L115. Once again, we are on the attack with TCM. 4-1 up, lots of rounds to play with. They can do some very aggressive moves in a situation like this, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do in fact do something like that. But Moose is going to run up the left-hand side once again with that L115. He's going to look over into the middle shop, see what he can make out of it. The pawn shop, that is in fact Flux sitting behind cover. Gunshy's checking over the middle of the map. Marky B flanking around the left hand side. It looks like a much more passive approach from TCM. Maybe they're trying to do a delayed push to A. Who knows? It looks like Moose moving into a much more aggressive position in the middle of the gas station. Gunshy checking over pawn shop. He does spot some lanes. Can he pick him off? I don't think he wants to alert his position just yet, as we see some action going on the right hand side. Some shots being fired. Gunshy taking damage. He doesn't want to die, but a big double nade from Black there. Beautiful execution from him, and that is 2 TCM members gone down, and there's a third and a fourth going down. So Dominance do pick that one up. Not the greatest play from TCM in that situation. It seems like the amount of times I've seen them in a match point setting and they've given up the game essentially to the other team due to careless mistakes and indecisive play is quite unreal. I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. It's not quite match point yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that in fact happens. I love TCM to bits, but when it comes to closing out Search and Destroy games, they have been a little bit lackluster at the moment. Hopefully the experience of someone like Gunshy, a new member to the team, former Prophecy man, can actually bring a little bit more of a cool head to the team's lineup. As we see, Black is going to move over the left-hand side, check the pawn shop, make sure no one's climbing up the ladder onto the top. He does spot someone on the top roof. Can he pick a kill? No, he doesn't. Toby's going to chuck that smoke down. Once again, a very similar formation from the Dominance lineup. He's going to actually try and crawl to the bomb site. You have to be very careful with Search and Destroy in this game because the bomb site does not offer as much cover as it did in previous Call of Duties. He's going to put that bomb down, and it looks like the whole Dominance lineup setting up on that B bomb site. So all they've got to do is make sure none of the TCM lineup make it into that area. And Black is covering the flank. He's got that Remington. Can he pick up the kill? Big kill on Flux there. Quite bamboozled by that one. He's expecting him to come down the left-hand side, but Flux running through the middle of the building and does a great job of reacting to it. And Bissell picks up a kill on Gunshy. Easy kill for him as he comes through that. And then he picks up another one on Moose. Great little headshot from him. It's just one lone member of the TCM lineup against three Dominance team members here. Marky B does pick up a kill on Black, though. What is he going to do? Toby's just going to sit and wait. There's nothing he can do, and Marky B is in fact going to go down there. In a situation like this, when kill streaks aren't enabled, unlike Ghost, there's not much you can do. You might as well just try and clutch it as best you can, because you're not going to give much away other than a little score on the scoreboard, and you could potentially be the hero in the end. And it looks like TCM possibly choking it a little bit in this Search and Destroy. Had a big, massive lead, and they lost 2 rounds in a row. How are they going to respond to this? And we are on board with the Dominance lineup. We check the scoreboard. Moose still 9-3, pretty good score. He's got a 3 KD right now. Not as good as the 8-1 he had momentarily, but still good nonetheless, as we are on board with Toby with the thermal sniper. Go back to Black, and I think Toby did in fact pick up a kill there. Beautiful stuff from him. That the snipers in Search and Destroy playing such a pivotal role. It's great to see them actually in competitive play. Ever since Black Ops 2 came out, it was quite the pleasure watching something a little bit different in the competitive environment. I think with the previous Call of Duties, perks like Juggernaut kind of negated the use of sniper rifles simply because it was just so frustrating bringing out something so important and getting nothing in real return. But we're starting to see a little bit of a different trend, as we see a lot more variety in guns, especially in playstyles in the competitive scene. So that's lovely, lovely to see, and I hope goes in future will bring much more different metas as we move forward. But Bissell picks up an easy kill on Marky B. Bissell doing a great job of being so aggressive in this search and destroy. You really don't know what he's going to bring next because he is just a crazy, crazy man. As Toby tries a wallbang there, not going to pick up anything. Bissell still roaming around trying to pick up a member of TCM. They've got one left. It is Flux. If anyone's going to clutch it, it's going to be Flux, but I'm not too confident in his ability. Looked like he lagged a little bit there. As it is now 4-all. The Dominance lineup making a 3-round comeback in this one. And we just see that final kill cam from Bissell on Flux. Flux had no idea where he was. Bissell doing a great job of just being in the right places at the right time and doing a great job of picking up his kills when he needs to. So we're here. It's at 4-all in this search and destroy. This is a best of 5 between TCM and Dominance. It is currently 1-0 to TCM, who took the first map, Domination, on Warhawk. We are on board with Black at the moment. Let's see if we can switch players. Yep, there we go. It is Mac making that big rush. I'm not so sure if it's the fact that Dominance aren't particularly fully what's the word I'm looking for, cohesive right now, because they're not a proper team, and it seems that they're very set in their ways of just moving to the B bomb site, because the A bomb site is quite difficult to actually get to, but they're not trying anything really different. They're just going for the all-out approach, and they're fantastic play from Black. They're just picking up that kill on Marky B. He's going to be kicking himself about that one that he popped out just for too long. Not really sure what was out there and looking up at that situation, and if I was anyone else or Black in that situation, I would have been looking up at that point as well. And it looks like he's just going to back off into the stripper club and just sit in the top hole. And it looks like Mac is just going to be looking over that bomb site, making sure Toby's got the acquired cover, but he doesn't actually have enough, and Moose comes in, picks up that kill before the bomb can go down. Mac picks up the kill in return. He's going to pick up the bomb. What's he going to do in this situation? He is all alone. Gunshi picks up a kill on his teammate. It's up to Mac to do something. No, Mac caught in mid-sprint. And there is the kill. And it looks like TCM are going to actually come back into this. Hopefully they won't choke it. I mean, it would be very terrible. Moose actually 10-5 now. Still doing a great job, but not as fantastic as he was previously, as we see that final kill cam from Gunshi. Great little play from him with the jump shot. Mac just panicking in that situation, spamming that sprint button. And unfortunately, if you sprint in search and destroy, the likelihood is you're going to end up with a little case of the deadness. As we move forward, TCM, BenQ Moose to win the round. What are they going to do? If I was TCM in this situation, I'd go out for an all-aggressive move and see how that plays out. And it looks like they are, in fact, going to make a very aggressive rush over to the B-bomb. They're expending no men to watch the flanks. They're going straight for that B bomb site. They want this win very, very quickly, and they can smell it. It is that close, as we see grenades coming out from all sorts of places. There is a smoke going down on B. Looks like Moose is he's actually going to utilize all the space of that bomb site and plant it at the side. I'm not too sure about that, but Marky B with some great cover there. He has pulled out an AR this round, and he does pick up another kill. No, sorry, that's Gunshi who picks up the kill on Bissell. So it is a 4v2 situation. Let's see what the Dominance lineup can do. They've got 32 seconds to respond to this. There's a kill going back down. Black has picked up a kill on Moose in that middle building. Flux sitting upstairs in case he does flank round. Gunshi picks up a kill on Black. It's all up to Mac in this situation to try and do something. He's got 20 seconds left, and there is the final kill going down. It looks like it was Marky B who picked up the final kill cam. No, sorry, it was in fact Gunshi who picked it up on Toby. In fact, my apologies for that one. I thought it was Mac, but it's 6-4 in that search and destroy. So TCM going up 2-0 in this best of 5 gameplay. So it's some fantastic gaming from TCM. Good effort from Dominance to try and come back in that one, but it looks like the teamwork is just playing too dividend right now. The next map will be on Blitz. I will see you after the advertisement right now. Welcome back to Gfinity's Pro Scrims. I am Chris Trout, aka the Trout91, and I will be commentating over the TCM versus Dominance Best of 5 series. TCM currently 2-0 up in this series. They won both the Domination on Warhawk and the Search and Destroy on Octane. And these guys are wasting no time as they start up the next game, which is going to be Blitz on Freight. These maps were actually picked by the players themselves. They're taking it in turns to pick the maps that they want to play. And it looks like Blitz was the one picked for Freight. We're going to jump on board with the Ghost team, which is in fact Dominance, as the guy spawning Toby still using that Vapor of Peace. I absolutely love this gun. It reminds me a lot of an assault rifle, kind of like the AK-47 or the AK-12 in this game, supposedly. It is a fantastic gun. I love it to bits, and it plays out very well. Low recoil, great iron sights, great range, absolute beast. So if you haven't tried it, you should probably give it a go, as Toby's going to make his way through the underground and close that crate behind him as he picks up an early kill on Flux. Still moving through the bottom side. He's going to actually cut through the middle, and he's going to try and open that door, I would imagine, as Marky B actually gets taken down by Moose, but Moose also picks down the kill on Black, and he will be making an interesting little flank as Mac is playing some heavy D right now on that Blitz point. Blitz, quite a controversial game mode for the players to play, as we see Mac just not quick enough to pick up that kill on Flux as he actually runs into the portal, gets the cap, but also dies at the same time as Black picks up another kill on Moose. Moose being a very sneaky man up that top part of the building, and Toby actually equalizes very quickly. He picks up a kill on Gunchy. He's going to go into that bottom side, pull the crate behind him, and actually move back out as he's going to come up this left-hand side. He's going to delay his run and see if his teammates can put down a distraction before he actually makes a move. And I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of communication going here. Bissell picks up a big kill on Marky B. Can he get that flag cap over? Oh, he does in fact get into the portal as well, as there's two pieces going for both sides of the teams. And it looks like Matt's going to... No, he is actually going to be taken down. I'm not quite sure how he didn't hear him behind him. I heard it plain as day in here in the studio. Oh, and once again, there goes a flag cap for TCM once more. And it's just... The thing about this game mode, although it can potentially be a fantastic little game mode, it is very, very difficult to defend, especially on a map like this, because people can just charge in, although Marky B makes it look very easy on Toby as he picks up that kill, and once again Mac likewise picking up that kill on Gunchy. If there was some sort of way to put a timer on the portals and make sure they didn't cap instantly, it would give you a fighting chance to make sure that people got the defensive work on the go, and that it wasn't an immediate point and your mistakes weren't so badly punished. But it looks like Mac actually goes on the attack there and picks up a point for his team, as it is now 4-3 to Dominance. Maybe Blitz is in fact their game type. Let's watch Bissell. He is on that second story of the middle building, and it looks like a very big assault from the Dominance lineup, but they have it. Mac, crucial kill there, just inches away from picking up another point was Moose, but he does in fact get shut down. Bissell here, oh, he's gonna let that one go. Yes, he is. I'm not so sure how he didn't hear him as well, but Bissell picking up the smart option. That's intelligent play from him. Instead of picking up the kill and alerting the entire team, just picks up the point, and I bet they're scratching their heads wondering what on earth went down there. But there is going to be a return point for the TCM crew, as it is now 5-all after 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Black playing some incredible defense. It's not the most easy maps to defend these portals, as Toby picks up a kill on Gunchy actually getting there probably when the timer was cooling down and just hiding in the corner best he could, but doesn't work out for him in the end. It looks like the Dominance lineup are actually taking the lead with the portal. There's just so much going on here. It's so difficult to actually keep track of what's going on, but Mac and Toby doing a great job of picking up the kills they need to, as Toby is just playing pure OBJ work. He picks up a kill and gets a portal cap, so they're up 2 points in comparison to TCM in this game, as we are approaching the 1 minute 30 mark left, as he's going to pull that crate behind him and move up the alleyway as we are on board with Bissell. He's going to run through the middle of the map, see what he can do. Is he going to open this door? He does in fact do it, but instead of going in straight away, he's actually going to try and bait out anyone. Doesn't work out, and there's someone lying on it, and he does pick up the knife kill. Gunchy goes down. Gunchy trying to play some incredibly big defensive play. It doesn't work out. He looked the wrong way. I'm not sure what he was doing in that situation, and Bissell picks up not only a kill, but a flag cap. Well, a portal cap in this situation. As we're on board with Toby, tries to pick up that jump shot and does get shut down by Gunshi. Gunshi picking up a huge two-piece there just to make sure they don't go away. But as you saw there, Bissell actually coming around the backside, and he is in fact shut down by Marky B. I'm sure someone would have called it out, or he's playing some heavy D. And Mac with the elbow drop off the top rope manages to cap, completely unaware Marky B was in that situation, looking the wrong way, and that is the problem in a map like this, where you are lying on the portal itself, because you cannot actually do anything about people jumping off the top. And it looks like TCM are going to get a point back, but they are still down by 4 points. Looks like Toby is just interested in getting those portal caps in this game mode as he picks up a kill, but is in fact shut down. And Mac doing some great defensive work there. With 15 seconds on the board, TCM do get one back. They've got 8 seconds on that cooldown timer and 11 seconds left on the map. What is going to happen? They're going to pull one back quickly. They are 3 points behind at this situation. What's going to happen? Absolutely nothing, it looks like. It's some great play from the Dominance lineup. Looked like they just had a much stronger defense on this round. It may have been the easier of the two sides to defend. I suppose there's an opinion about that, whether it is or not. And a great job by Toby there, just picking up a kill on Gunshi before he can actually get that portal cap. So Dominant's going to go into this second half 3 portals up compared to TCM. And TCM haven't actually lost a Blitz map so far since this game has come out. They did a great job of grinding this game when it first came out. A lot of the players who actually went to ESWC lost a lot of time playing on this game compared to TCM because they weren't actually invited to the Black Ops 2 tournament in Paris. So they have actually been grinding this game to no avail. And it looks like Moose is going to be moving up the middle of the map. And they've just got such a great little lineup, great little setups, and they've been practicing so hard. I know they have been. I think Flux and Swizz were actually up all night checking up nade spots and all sorts of little bits and bobs that they want their team to be checking out, as they are in fact going to MLG in a couple of weeks' time, so they want to be as prepared as possible, which is why they are going to be competing in some of these Pro Series tournaments that we've got going on every Sunday, I believe, for those Pro Points to make sure they have the best seeding that they can possibly have. And it is very, very worthwhile if you are someone who wants to compete in these Gfinity and MLG tournaments, so make sure you get yourself involved, because they do count to all open and closed tournaments in the near future. So we are on board with Flux right now. Picks up a big kill with that MTAR suppressed, and he's going to be moving down the middle of the map. What is he going to do? He's going to sit on that dumpster as we see Black picking up a kill on Gunshi. Flux trying to come around with the... almost getting that two-piece there, but Bissell does in fact shut him down. And it looks like Marky B playing the sneaky role does in fact get shut out by his teammate. And Bissell picks up a huge two-piece on Moose and Marky. I'm just trying to flick through the players right now. Gunshi playing some heavy D once again. I'm not too sure about this setup. I don't think it's going to work. You can't look in every direction you need to. I think Mac had it the most intelligent spot, sitting next to the door and just looking at the portal. You could see most of the doorways that you could possibly enter from and get the best chance of stopping people from capping it. And it looks like TCM, they've completely abandoned all sorts of defensive duties. And I think even Gunshi's starting to get a little bit antsy at this point, because they have only got 3 minutes left in this half, and they are down by 7 captures at this point, as Marky B is sitting on the top rope, and he as well is going to jump down into the portal and get a cap for his team. It's not the most intelligent setup from TCM. They've completely abandoned all defensive duties, and they've pushed forward because they've lost so many portals to the Dominance lineup. They've just all gone for the goal, and ultimately I don't think they realise that they do in fact have that 10-second cooldown time. So if they're all sitting up waiting for the cooldown, all Dominance have to do is make one person get out there, get a counterpoint on the go. But they do pick up 3 kills in this situation, so they have gone for the cap. And they've got 5 seconds left for the cooldown, but I think the entire team are sitting in their spawn, and it looks like they're going to be punished for that, as they are still 7 portals down with 2 minutes 15 seconds to go, as Gunshi's going to be moving up the middle. And this is why I'm saying this is the AR man who should be doing the defensive duties. It's actually right up in their spawn. If I was Gunshi in this situation, I'd be sitting in the middle of the map, as he does pick up a huge two-piece on Mac and Toby. There's 3 people down. He's surely going to get the cap on. He is aiming down the sights with this Stalker, and he is shut down by Black. Just took too long to get that portal, and he is going to be punished for it, and there's nothing coming out of it for TCM. As we see Flux, he's going to actually pre-cook that grenade, chuck it around the corner. He is going to pick up the kill on Bissell. Can he get the portal? Yes, he does. That's 6 points behind with 1 minute 45 seconds left. Can they bring this one back? Again, they haven't lost any Blitz maps that they have played, as Moose is playing a sneaky beaver role. He picks up 1 kill, but doesn't spot the one in the corner. Black doing a great job of defending there. He's actually switched to an MTAR for this round, it looks like, just to play that defensive duties that the ARs are not going to particularly be so versatile on a map like this, at least for this gaming situation. As I was saying, if I was Gunshi, I'd be looking to be sitting in the middle of the map and just cutting people off before they can actually get to the portal, because if you can slow them down or at least alert your team to their presence, you know that they're going to be coming for the portal, and make sure that no one's actually, well, you're going to at least try and put up a fight for them coming towards that portal. But it looks like they've just completely gone AWOL. I don't know what has actually happened to the TCM lineup. Their communication, their teamwork just seems to have gone completely out the window for this game mode. But I suppose it's Blitz. They may not be their strongest game mode, may not be the most favorite game mode, but for now you're going to have to put up with it and see how it goes. And it looks like it's still going to be 5 points in the favor of Dominance, and Marky B and Co. still trying to make something happen. He has got that Vepr. Can he pick up a kill? No, pre-firing, still not getting nothing. Goes with the Vector, picks up a kill, and gets a portal back. So that's 4 portals down, but there's only 20 seconds left. There's absolutely no mathematical chance of bringing this one back. And it looks like Dominance are going to get a map back, so it's not going to be a complete whitewash for the Dominance boys. TCM are going to have to drop a map. Their first time dropping a Blitz map as well in this game. So it's a very, very good play from Dominance all around. TCM need to work on their defense for Blitz a little bit more. I don't think they quite knew how to defend that one. Yeah, overall it was just not the best, not the most flawless performance from the TCM guys. And I suppose when you're playing best of threes, you can easily go and win the domination and search and destroy. But if it gets to this stage where you're in the best of 5, you've got to make sure you get those Blitz maps down very well as well. But in this situation, we are in fact going to go to a commercial break, and we will be back with more Pro Scrims. It is 2-1 to TCM over Dominance. I will see you in a little bit. Welcome back to Gfinity's Pro Scrims. I am Chris Trout, aka the Trout91, and we are watching TCM versus Dominance, and we're getting straight into this game right now as we are playing Domination on Strikezone. It's going to be a very interesting game mode. It's one that revolves a lot around your killing potential, and it does have an element of teamwork. Well, I say Domination clearly does have a bit of teamwork, but in a map like this, it does revolve a lot around your killing potential, especially since I just got word that TCM Flux and TCM Moose are actually lagging. I don't know if that's them making excuses or not, but I'll have to take their word for it. It is only scrims after all, so I'm not sure why they would start lying. But they are in fact lagging, well, quote-unquote lagging. So let's see how that works out. If I was a guessing man, if I was a betting man, which I'm not particularly, I would imagine that's not going to work out too well for them, because Strikezone is one of those maps where it's such close quarters that you're going to have to make sure you get those kills, and Bissell just makes Marky look so foolish there with that incredible shot. And he picks up a two-piece on Moose as well, just to try and get that flag cap back, and Gunshy's all alone in this situation. He's not too sure what he's doing. He's seeing some orange dots on his map, just using that stalker to his advantage as he comes round the A flag, checking down to the baseball shop. Can't see anything down there. He's going to back off. If I was him, I'd look to try and cap a flag, because you do not want to give early points away on Strikezone, especially as there's constant flag capping going on. So any points that you give them is not good news, as Marky B is just holding down this B flag for his team and making sure no one actually gets it. And Mac shuts down Marky B, and Moose picks back on Mac in return. Can he pick up a kill? No. Black puts him down. Just constant kills going everywhere. It looks like Dominance picking up an early 5-point lead. Gunshy picks up a kill. Can he pick up the two beasts? No. Marky B cleans that one up, and they are going to make a move for that C flag, as Marky and Gunshy are going to make sure that every possible situation locked down as we switch on board with Flux. No, let's try and move to Moose to see what's going on. Trying to get a good angle on that C flag. It looks like they did pick up a good few kills there, and they are going to be moving to that C flag. Moose got to play this carefully. He does shut down a member of the Dominance lineup. That was in fact Toby, and Bissell in fact goes down as well. Quite interesting, the scoreboard and the kill feed being in the top right hand corner. It does make for interesting commentary style, and it's actually a good way to know what is actually going on with the lack of Codcaster in this game. But we see some kills going down for the TCM lineup. Black is going to pick up a kill on Flux, and Moose is actually sitting down in the baseball shop. He is going to get shut down by Black, giving away his position. Not a good place for him. And a free piece going down for Dominance. They've got to put some flags on the board for their team, as we're going to switch to the Dominance lineup, as they are it's actually 31 to 31 in this situation. Toby trying to pick up the C flag. He is relentless when it comes to picking up that C flag. He really makes sure he wants it. Gunshy picks up a kill on Black. Black looking very foolish in that situation, as we see kills going down all across the board. It is absolutely frantic trying to keep up with this gameplay, because there's just constant kills going everywhere. And it looks like Toby once again going to be trying to cap the C flag. He's looking up on the catwalk, see if he can do something. Marky B picks up a kill on Bissell. Not going to be shut down this time, but once again, Black picks up that kill on Marky B once again. He's going to be trying to pick up the B flag. No, Moose is going to pick up the kill on Black. That was great little gunmanship from him. And it looks like Bissell once again is going to be trying to get this B flag. He does pick up 2 kills there. He has been stunned. Can he make sure he does get this flag cap? He does in fact get the B flag, and that's a good little setup for Dominance. They are slightly behind at this situation all of a sudden, as they were actually ahead by a good 5 or 6 points, as Toby picks up a big 2-kill spree there. Black looking on the catwalk over the C flag, and this is a nice little setup from Dominance. They have in fact locked them into the B flag, and in a situation like Strikezone, if you do in fact have that B flag, it's very difficult to get in there and take it back if you do need it. But on the flip side of it, if you are locked in there and that is the only flag you have got, it is so difficult to get out of there, because there are only 3 exits from that room, and if you do the math, there's 4 people on a team. You have got no chance of really getting out of there without seeing a little bit of hurt, and it looks like it is paying off, as 7 points are in the lead for Dominance, as Mac is doing a great job of just sweeping up this front A side next to the burger and nacho stand. I could really go for a burger and nachos right now, but that's not the point, as we're moving forward. Black just doing some heavy D on that C flag as Mac respawns on him. That's 10 points in the favor of dominance right now as TCM actually managed to break that spawn lock they were in. They managed to cap that A flag, and they still have hold of the B flag. It looks like Black's going to come around the backside with his Stalker Remington, and that's a 3-piece going down for TCM. All men are down. They need to make sure they get a flag here, and there is a 5-second respawn time. It doesn't seem like a lot of time if you think about it, but on a game like Call of Duty when there is only 5 minutes per half of the map, it is an incredible amount of time. I think that's... I don't want to do my math wrong, just in case. I'm not even going to do the maths because in terms of percentages, I was never good at maths at school, so don't hate me for that. But anyway, it is going to be a pretty nice lead for Dominance going into this second half. They did a great job of spawn locking them and getting those points. And Bissell, almost picking up that 2-piece. Gunshi answers back. Oh no, he's actually picked up a kill on his own teammate there. So 2-piece on an enemy and his own teammate. So it looks like Dominance going into this second half with a 10-point lead as we watch this final kill cam from Bissell. Gunshi just getting that grenade down before he does in fact go down. But it looks like he couldn't do much in response. Some good fragging from the not the TCM lineup, from the Dominance lineup. TCM dying quite a bit in that one. It just showed how vital it was for those boys to pick up that B flag in the end. And TCM sort of struggling. Maybe that lag that they were talking about was actually a lot more stronger than it was made out to be. So for those of you just tuning in, this is TCM versus Dominance in our Pro Scrims. This is the second half. This is how Domination works. We've got 2 5-minute halves, and the accumulative score of both those halves add up together to decide your winner. And Dominance currently going into this with a 10-point advantage, a nice whole and round number for you guys to do the maths at home. We're going to be swapping the spawns as it is the rules of the 2-half situation. Unfortunately, in this game, unlike Black Ops 2, there is no switching halves at the halfway point in the Domination game mode. Hopefully something that Infinity Ward will bring into the game later on to make this a much smoother experience, because I don't know about you, well, I already said this, but I'm not great at maths. So doing the maths at home is quite difficult, especially when you're trying to cast and keep up with the action. As Gunshi is going to be shut down there. It's a 2-piece going in the favour of Dominance once again. They're making an early start onto that B flag. I think TCM tried to make such an aggressive move going forward that they kind of neglected the flags, and once again they still haven't got their first flag. They do get the B flag, but Moose taking an incredibly long time to pick up that A flag, and they do in fact pick it up. So it wasn't the most smooth of transitions into the second half, but they have corrected their mistakes as they are in fact losing the B flag. Flux is going to cook a grenade, picks up a big 2-piece with that grenade. He's going to chuck another one just to see if there's a third one, and does clear out that room as TCM storm the B flag and make sure that they get the points on the board they need to. And they're actually losing that A flag as well, and this is a situation they don't want to be locked into that B flag once again, as Gunshi's going to come around that corner. He is going to get taken down by Bissell, who picks up the flag, and the spawn trap of Doom is on at the B flag. They've got to try and get out of this as soon as possible. Looks like they're going to put an all-out man attack on both flags, because it's going to be a situation if they see that they're losing both flags at the same time, it's quite difficult to decide and disperse as to what you want to do. And big kills going down for the whole TCM lineup as they pick up the A flag, and they're going to move right back around to the B flag and make sure that no one else can do anything. And they are in fact losing that B flag right now as Marky B and Co are storming the front of the entrance, and it looks like he's going to jump in and pick up the kill. No, he is actually shut down as well, and that was actually Gunshi picking up the kill there, but Gunshi's going to line that flag, kill someone who's coming in through the kitchen. No, Bissell, just too much for Gunshi to handle there, and that's 4 kills going down for the Dominance lineup. It looks like TCM have got to do something here, and they're probably going to lose every flag on the map. As we see Toby, no, Toby's going to get taken down, but I think that's, yep, they're going to still continue on that A flag. They have got a triple cap going, and when you're already 10 points in the lead, it is not a good sign for TCM in this game, as they are starting to lose everything that they had in this entire series, being 2-0 up. They are currently 2-1 up still, but it looks like they might lose this map if they don't pull themselves together and do something about it, as Black has actually opted to pull out an SMG in this situation because of the current stand. Mac as well pulling out the SMG. It might be time for Gunshi to follow suit and do something about it. He is actually 10-6 top fragging for his team, But Bissell just showing how it's done with that SMG right now. He is in fact shut down by Moose, and Black doing some great job just holding this A flag. He's going to look over, see if he can pick up a kill. No, Gunshi answers back. Maybe it's not time for Gunshi to put away that AR right now, as Toby's moving around the back of the B flag into the kitchen. What can he do? He's going to come right round the back, see if he can pick up a sneaky flag cap. He's at least going to neutralize it at this point, because the TCM lineup look like they are nowhere in sight to do anything about it. Easy kill for him on Marky B, and he is actually going to get that flag cap as well. They are currently 53-38, but if you count the previous score, it's more like 64-39, as we see a big two-piece from Bissell, just making sure that C flag doesn't go anywhere for the TCM lineup. It is neutral, and although that it isn't in the favor of dominance, it works out greatly for them, because TCM still not putting points on the lead, because they have absolutely no advantage in that situation. But TCM pick up a big free piece there. Bissell picks up another kill in kind to Gunshi. He's going to try and pick up that flag. He does in fact neutralize it before being shut down. Another free piece from TCM. They're doing a great job of shutting down the dominance lineup, but they just can't capitalize on the flag caps because of the size of the map. It's just not working out for them, and they're getting the respawns quickly and in great number, as we see Black picking up a kill on Marky B. He's going to strafe round for the A flag, see if he can pick it up. I was him, I get on it. You've only got a minute left. You can pretty much seal the game if you do everything in your power to make sure that they're not getting any more points. As Bissell comes around on the B flag, picks up one kill. He's going to turn around, pick up a new... Oh, Black picks up the kill. I thought Bissell had that for a second. Great play from the dominance lineup. And although they only have one flag, I think it's pretty much mathematically impossible for TCM to do anything. Oh! And Black picks up that kill there. Toby assisting him on that one as well. And Gunshi picks up another kill on Toby. It's just pandemonium in this map, just kills going everywhere for you to really keep up with what is going on. And it looks like we're going to see a fifth map come in this best of 5 series. Dominance doing a great job of equalizing the entire series at 2-all. TCM taking the domination on Warhawk, the Search and Destroy on Octane. Dominance answering back with the Freight, Blitz, and the domination on Strikezone. Great play from those boys as we reach the final seconds of the game. Great play from Dominance to bring it back. Overall, the score pretty much being 86-72 if you took in the point advantage in that one. And I'm excited to see some Search and Destroy on Sovereign right now. It's going to be a really interesting one. I wonder how much that lag that Moose and Flux were talking about played into that one, but we'll just have to see what they say about it later on. So great play from Dominance, great play from TCM. We'll see how the conclusion of this series goes after this quick commercial break. Hello and welcome back to Pro Scrims. I am Chris Trout, aka the Trout91, and we are watching TCM versus Dominance. It is currently 2-all, and we're going to get straight into this game. Search and Destroy on Sovereign. TCM were in fact 2-0 up in this series, and they are now at 2-all. They took the domination on Warhawk. They took the Search and Destroy on Octane, and Dominance answered back with the Freight, Blitz, and the domination on Strikezone. TCM, Flux, and Moose complaining a little bit that they are lagging, but what can you do about that? That's the unfortunate woes of playing online, but it's all in good nature. It's just for you guys to have a great viewing experience right now. So as you're going to see, the game's going to start off, and we are going to start on the attacking team with Dominance doing a great job of coming back in this. I must say that Dominance aren't actually a full team anymore. They actually parted ways a little while ago after Black Ops 2 for this new game, but they have got back together for this Pro Scrims, and they are doing a great job of putting some great teamwork together as we watch an early start from the TCM boys. They've actually picked up another kill, so it's 2 left for the Dominance lineup, and we've got 3 TCM members to make something of it, and they are on the defensive side. So what are Dominance going to do? And they're playing very, very passive right now. They've got to pick up that bomb, and it's not in the greatest of situations. And Bissell just putting shots down, does get a kill on Gunchi, so it's 2-all in this situation. The Sovereign is quite an interesting map. It looks like very AR dominated because you can get some easy picks on it, and there's a kill from Black on Moose right there. Moose in an interesting situation right now. I think he was just waiting for the bomb to go down, and he was probably expecting it. I'm not actually sure the TCM guys knew where the bomb was, and it was some great play from Black in that situation. And Marky B, as we actually switched teams, is having a bit of a snaky time right there as he gets 1 kill. Can he do something here? Can he make it? Yes, that's a beautiful play from Marky B there. He baited him so beautifully in that situation. He picks up a 2nd kill. His teammate, I believe it was Black, actually got alerted by the gunshots, and he realized that he was not in a great situation that way. Marky baits him out, and at that point, Black's in too bad of a situation to do anything. He's in no man's land. Marky pops down, lets him shoot his bullets. He knows he's got more bullets than him to make something of it. Comes back out, uses that head glitch to his advantage, and puts him down with ease. So it's 1-0 to TCM in this Search and Destroy. And Search and Destroy is one of TCM's greatest game modes in all Call of Duties across the board. So I have no doubt that they're going to put up an incredibly tremendous fight. And Marky B doing a great job. He is a bit of a Search and Destroy king. In previous tournaments I've watched him, he's done some fantastic stuff. And he is the master of the clutch, at least in my opinion. As we watch the the TCM lineup move forward into this B bomb site. It looks like once again the B bomb site, the most preferable in this Search and Destroy map, as TCM have completely swarmed it. No defensive moves from the Dominance lineup to try and make something here. I don't know if one of them is going to be flanking around. That's the unfortunate thing about not being able to see the other team, is what they do in response, because I'm pretty sure they must know that there's a lot of them in there, as Moose making a marching stand on the stairs just to make sure no one comes around the back of them. As we switch on board with Black, as they are now on the on the attacking situation, as they've got to make sure that they get that bomb defuse. As Black picks up a kill on Flux, he's going to try and get out there as soon as possible, and Toby's actually going for the sneaky defuse here. He does in fact get it. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. It looks like the entire TCM team take it down there. It's actually a little bit confusing. With the problem without having Codcaster is the fact you can't tell when people are dead unless you're actually looking at the scoreboard. I got a little bit confused there. It's my first time doing a ghost cast, especially by myself. You have to forgive me for that. But as we move forward, it is now 1-0 in this situation. We are still on board with Dominance as they are on the attack. And let's see what they're going to do here. As Black moves forward, he's got that Remington. We'll actually see what the Mac is doing, as he has actually got an MTAR as well. He is preferring that MTAR to the normal AR role that he's been so prevalent for in past Call of Duties, as he's going to move up here. He does. No, Flux shuts him down. And that has got to make Mac feel absolutely terrible not being able to pick that kill up. But Toby does get 1 more kill for the Dominance lineup. As we switch on board with TCM, Moose is actually got that Remington in his hands. Gunchi once again as well got that AR. I think people see a lot of SMG play from Moose and assume that's all he does, but he is a fantastic AR when you give him that situation and that position. As we see Marky B. Oh, it looks like Gunchi shut down, and a lovely little 2-piece from Dominance. I think that was Toby there. It was in fact Toby with that Vapor of Peace. A lovely little jump shot. Uses that bomb site to his full advantage as Marky B comes storming through the door, and he is shut down. So it's a beautiful little 2-piece to kill cam for that man, as Dominance take this Search and Destroy into their favour. And they are that much closer to securing this Pro Scrims win. Who is going to have the illustrious title of the first Gfinity Pro Scrims winner? We'll have to see how the rest of this map plans out. As we are on board with TCM, we are going to be on board. I can't actually see what that is. It seems the name has actually disappeared from view. I'm not sure why, but I have to assume it's probably Moose in this situation. He's got the MTAR. And we're going to actually switch on board with Marky B, who's got that Remington. It looks like we're going to see the first A push after 3 rounds of nothing but B pushing in this Sovereign Search and Destroy. And Flux it's actually Flux who's over here, so it was in fact Moose on the other side as he's chucking grenades just to try and see if he could feel something out. He's not getting any hit markers right now, so he's not sure what's going on. He's going to rush out. No, he spots him too late. Mac picks up that kill. Beautiful little patience play by him. Marky B also with the Remington. Beautiful shots on Bissell. He does a great job of holding his ground and reacting to that one. Bissell in a bit of an interesting situation. Not the easiest to put down, but it looks like Dominance just completely wiped the entire TCM lineup. It all seemed to kick off when Mac managed to pick up that kill on Flux after he checked around the corner. Mac doing a great job of predicting where the TCM lineup were going to be and just having great presence of mind to be patient and waiting his time before actually reacting. The entire Dominance lineup getting on top of the TCM boys before they can actually do anything, and Dominance starting to walk away with this. They're 2 rounds away from winning this best of 5 series. Let's see what TCM can do in response as we are on the defensive side this time with TCM. Should we switch to it? No, let's stay on board on the defense with the TCM guys and see what they have. It looks like they're putting a very aggressive move on that B bomb site, but Toby shuts down Marky B before anything can happen. Flux again on that stairs, picks up a kill on Mac. It's 2 rounds, well, not 2 rounds in a row, but 2 defensive rounds for TCM in a row that he's managed to pick that one up on Mac. And it looks like Gunshy's doing a great job of coming around the entire flank. He's right in their spawn, I think. Yeah, he is actually right in their spawn, and he's going to be using that Remington with grip and red dot. I assume he's probably got a muzzle brake on it as well. No, he doesn't actually have a muzzle brake on it. He's not opting for that 3 primary attachments. As Moose is coming around, I'm pretty sure that we've only got one last member of the Dominance lineup, and we'll see a round go through to the TCM boys as we watch Gunshy once again. It is actually one. No, is it one apiece? I can't see if that is a triangle. They're both the same color. It's actually very difficult to see that kind of thing and pick it out. But it is a 2v1 situation. Dominance not going down without a fight as we see Gunshy come up into the top control room. Is he got the backup he needs? They are on the defense, and it looks like there's nothing going to be going down at the B flag, and it looks like TCM are going to pick up that kill on Dominance and bring that round in their favor. They had so much advantage going in that it would have been a shame to actually do something as Bissell comes round to the A bomb site, and you must have guessed that he was actually rotating around to get that bomb plant down because the B bomb site was in such control, and they must have known that there was nothing they could do in that situation. So it is 3-2 to Dominance. Still, what can TCM do in response? And we're actually going to switch on to the defensive side and see how the Dominance lineup react to a situation like that. What are they going to respond with, as Black is actually just going to lie down near the stairs? I don't think any of the TCM lineups would think about coming down those stairs. It would be very foolish of the TCM boys to just do such a silly move like that, as Dominance still have all their members back. Very passive play from Dominance right now, as we are still on board with Mac. He has got that red dot and muzzle brake, as we see him watching down the back. I don't think Marky would actually push through into their spawn in a situation like this when he knows that the A bomb site's right there. It looks like a split push. Moose picks up a kill on Toby. I'm doing a terrible job of actually keeping on board with what the action is going on right now. And it looks like we've got Mac and Black trying to make something happen here, as the TCM boys are doing a great job of coming back in this. But Mac picks up the kill on Marky B. What's going to happen? Black picks up a kill on another TCM member that was in fact Flux in that situation. And it looks like Black's going to put this bomb down. What is going to happen? Oh, and look, Mac has gone down. Moose picks up that kill. Black has got to do something. Can he get the defuse? He does get the kill. Can he get the defuse? It looks like he is going to get that defuse in the end. So Dominance still pushing forward for the 4-2, and it is just so hard to keep up with all the action that's actually going down because of how quickly people can drop. And when something goes wrong, it all goes wrong at the same time. You're all over the place. You're like, who am I jumping on board now with? And there's just so much going on. So I'm making a horrendous amount of mistakes, and I hope you do forgive me for those. But I'm going to try my best to keep it together for these last remaining rounds. As Dominance are 4-2 up, they were 2-0 down in this best of 5 series. They did bring it back to 2-2. Some question of lagging from Flux and Moose is their excuses. But let's see if they can make that right as they move forward. And we're on board with Black. He's looking down that alleyway. And Moose, oh no, he has picked up a grenade kill on Flux, his own teammate. I'm sure they'll be kicking off about that one. Maybe the lag kicking in. Toby picks up a kill on Moose. So they're already down to 2 members in this round. And Toby just doing a great job in this search and destroy with that Vepper. Mac picking up a kill. Bissell's going to put that bomb plant down. This has got to be a round to dominance in this situation. He's got the Vector, and there it is. That is a round to the dominance lineup. They are on match point right now. What are they going to do in response? Let's see this final kill cam. Black doing a great job of just sitting back, watching that flank in case anyone did try and come in from that wing. Let's see how this is going to go on. I think we should probably jump on board with the... Let's jump on board with the TCM lineup and see how they respond. They are currently 3 rounds down. They've got to pick up 4 rounds in a row to try and win this game. I've seen TCM do it before. I've seen teams do it before. Let's see how they do it in this situation. Surely their teamwork should prevail over a bit of lag. But let's see how it goes. Moose is going to run through that bottom story. No, Toby, once again, the Fawn in his side picks up that kill. Flux picking up a kill in response on Bissell. Marky B knows that Toby's around here. Gunshi picks up Toby in the end. They've got one more person they need to take down on the dominance lineup, I believe. But Mac picks up that kill on Marky B. It looks like he was in a very interesting spot. And Flux just looking and trying to scout out where, in fact, he was. I think he's got an idea of roughly where the man was, and it looks like they've got 2 men left. Gunshi picks up the kill on Black, so it is just Mac left on this map. Flux is going to pick up the bomb. He is going to try and plant it. I'm not so sure it was a wise decision since Gunshi is so far away, and with an AR in this kind of close quarters situation, if he's left alone, it's not going to be very, very good for him, to be completely honest. But Gunshi doing a great job of staying in the area of the map where he's most prevalent, most in demand with the AR. Great job of baiting Mac out with that AR. He does pick up the kill, but I'm pretty sure had he gone down, Flux was there in a great position just to pick up the extra kill if need be. So that's a great start for TCM to try and bring it back, as they are currently 5-3 down against Dominance. Dominance again, as I say before, not actually a team anymore, so they don't have the teamwork down to a T, and this game is barely 2 weeks old, so it's quite interesting to see how TCM are struggling in this game. But we did say again that Flux and Moose are apparently lagging, but I think they're just making excuses. It might be a few porkies told here and there. I mean, you grind this game as much as them, of course you don't want to lose. You've got to have an excuse or two, and I'm a big fan of the big excuse bag. I like to bring out the excuses when I need to. But we are on board with Toby. He's got that Vepper out, and let's actually switch and see where everyone is. Bissell is sitting in the top control room on the B bomb site, and he's actually going to spot someone. He picks up a kill on Flux. Great little job by Bissell, doing a fantastic little role in this best of 5 series that I've been watching him. Every time I jump on board, he's doing something incredible. Marky B picks up a kill in return on Bissell. So there's 1 apiece going down on both sides of the team. Toby, once again, just playing a very defensive role. And there we see Gunshi picks up a kill on Mac, but Mac is also picked up a kill on someone. That is, in fact... I couldn't actually see who that was, but we're going to move forward. Black is just roaming the middle corridor. Toby's on the top floor of B control. He is taken down by Moose. Moose opting to bring out the Remington in this situation, clearly not having a lot of luck with the MTAR, playing a little bit differently to see if it works out for him. But Moose is going to get picked up by Black. Black turning to see if he can pick up a kill. Gunshi just too strong with that Remington. You do not challenge a man like Gunshi, one of the best ARs in Europe, when you are low on health like that, because he will put you down and then just jumps off the catwalk to make sure that he did in fact stay alive. So it's a good job from TCM. They brought 2 rounds back. They've got to win 2 more to win this series. Dominance still on match point. They were in fact on a 4 match point before, but it looks like TCM making a storming comeback. And let's see what they're doing. We're going to jump on board with Moose actually. He has opted to go with the MTAR for this round. Let's see if he can get the pick on Toby this time. He's going to chuck the same pre-nade. Not actually a good throw that. It seemed to bounce off the wall, which was a good situation. Actually, I can kind of see that lag coming off of Moose in that that little sprint animation he had there. He's playing a little bit more defensive on this rush, just in case Toby does peek round. He has been peeking round this corner quite often in the past few rounds. Let's see if he does it again. And Moose just slowly edging out, see what he can do to get very, very slow. Wants to be on full form if he does come in a confrontation with Toby, because Toby is rocking that rapid fire on that Vepr, and that thing will absolutely annihilate him. And there is Toby again once more. He seems to love going into that spot, and Moose just doing a great job of not being seen, baiting it out, the delayed push, and completely confusing Toby and picking up a very easy kill. So let's see what Moose does in response. Marky B's coming up with Moose. Gunshi sitting on the stairs, checking the middle hallway just to make sure nothing happens. Moose ducking down, picks up the kill on Bissell. Gunshi picks up a kill on Mac as well. There's just one Lone Ranger on the dominant side against 3 TCM boys. Can they bring this back? They're doing a great job, and they do bring it back. This is 5-all. This is getting intense right now. There's one more round in this. What is going to happen? TCM doing a great job of bringing 3 rounds back. Can they make it 4 on the trot and win this best of 5 series? Or Dominant's going to take down TCM, which is one of the strongest teams in Europe right now on this game. We are going into overtime. And it looks like TCM are once again going to be on the attack, which seems to be the more stronger and the more worthwhile side of the map. Should we switch on board with the defense and see what Dominants have to do? I think I might stick on with the attacking. I'm just going to see what these boys do. So we've got 2 men going down to B, it looks like. We've got another one going middle hallway. We've got one going to A flag. And TCM, for the second search and destroy in this series, are going for an all-out push on that B flag. And once again, Flux actually making full use of that bomb planting area, just out of range of any sight, as they do chuck down a smoke as well. And there's going to be a turn. Marky just spraying, making sure he doesn't follow up that one, just making sure his teammates can, in fact, regen their health. And it's a very bad situation for Dominance. TCM have gotten straight in there. Black does pick up a kill on Marky B. What's going to happen here? Gunshi's right up into their spawn. So I don't think they're going to be too sure where he is. Gunshi picks up a kill on Black. Black completely out of the know, and Gunshi's going to retreat back. Flux picks up a kill on Mac. It's all up to Toby. Toby does pick up a kill. Can he get the remaining kills? He's the last man left. He's going to go for that sneaky ninja defuse. Can he get it? It's 10 seconds left. No, he's shut down. TCM pick up the round in the end. I bet they're going to be wiping the sweat off their brows after that one, because that was such a close call. They had a 2-0 advantage in that series, and they let it slip, and it came down to the very last round of search and destroy before they actually got a grip on it. An incredible best of 5 series. Congratulations to TCM, commiserations to Dominance, but they played a great fight. I've been Chris Trout, aka the Trout 91. I do want to remind you that we are doing our 5K series at the weekend. It will be 20 credits to enter the tournament, I believe, in which you can win pro points for our open and closed tournaments for both Gfinity and MOG in the near future. That's all I have to say for right now. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it is at Gfinity. I hope you've enjoyed this pro series. I will see you again on Thursday for another Pro Scrims episode. I will see you later. Thank you for joining me.